Hello friends, I'm here for another session today on Sunrise at Edisto, and have some finishing touches, and I'll probably be speeding up the film as I have done in the past, but feel free to ask me questions in the comments below if you have some, and I'll try to answer them. But today I'm going to focus on getting rid of these 3 points because they're just not very attractive. They give a sort of sinister look to the painting. So I'm going to take care of that. I'm going to work some more on the detail of the water, and hopefully we'll finish it to my satisfaction today. And so I hope that you will enjoy this session. Well, my camera caught me in mid-sentence, so I hope the piecing together of this works. My battery died right in the middle of a word. So I'm working on the jetty as of right now, trying to darken it and to contrast it with the other parts of the water now and the sand. And I was talking about the fact that it is acceptable to paint from photographs. When I photograph, as I was saying, I'm a photographer as well as a painter, but when I photograph with the intentions of having some good composition. And good composition is important whether you're photographing or photographing to paint. Now, I don't always stick strictly to the composition in my painting, but I do paint from my own photographs. Now, the other thing that's, I think, good about painting from photographs is that you get an opportunity to practice seeing. And if I can teach my students how to see and to look closely at the objects that they're painting. It's going to make them a better craftsman in terms of putting the images on the canvas. And it's not necessary to do it exactly. I'm not exactly a realist painter. I'm not strictly a representational painter. But when I see a scene that I like, I take a photograph of it, because I'm usually not equipped at that moment with my paint and my brushes and a canvas. So it's kind of different strokes for different folks, but in this particular case, I think it's a good way to learn how to mimic the color and at the same time improving on the color. Not all photographs are good photographs in terms of color or composition. So it's an opportunity to learn something and to practice learning to see. And this particular painter who said that is an abstract painter. Now, the one thing I noticed about his paintings is that they all have the same starting design elements. And though they're beautiful when he finishes, I think he's doing something that's perhaps just as, well, I won't say bad, but maybe even unacceptable as painting from a photograph. But it's different strokes for different folks. And I haven't found anyone yet who was able to give an adequate definition for what art is. And down through the centuries, if you know anything about art history, you know that styles change. And you don't have to look very far in our own time to see that art styles are all over the place. But I'm interested in creating something that's beautiful. And beauty to me is about color, it's about form, and it's about the composition. It's even about the brush strokes. So let's don't get all bound up by thinking we can't paint from photographs. I had a 1.5 year experience in which I did abstract expressionism during the church service, and that was a great experience for me. It was certainly a great learning experience for me, because previous to that I felt like I couldn't do abstract painting, but I do love abstracts. I mean, I love just about anything that has color and form, especially if there's a harmony in the way all those things come together. So don't be bent out of shape. I'm not sure my memory is good enough to walk away from a scene and be able to duplicate it. But if you can, that's wonderful. Do it. What I'm doing right here is suggesting some shadow areas, just like if I were painting a beach in the sunlight, understanding that some areas get more light. Over here, this is a sand dune. These are mounds of sand, and this one is actually going to have some sea oats growing out of it. So this just makes this painting a little more interesting. Well, Sunrise at Edisto is finally completed, and I'm calling it done. It's one of those paintings that you call it done when you're satisfied, and I'm satisfied. So if you have any questions, please feel free to comment below. And also, if you like my channel, please like and share and subscribe to my channel. And thank you so much for watching. This is Del Ballou. Goodbye.